So you will not believe I have the most biggest privilege in the world to be where everybody's dreams come true. I mean, since I was a kid, and my family's come up here, and generations and generations have come up here, and what a surprise where I am. I have the privilege and the honor to be up here where everyone loves, and with now this morning my friend Stockton. Thank you so much for letting me be up here. We are at Santa's Village up here in Jefferson, New Hampshire, and I just had to do a segment with Around the Garden with Jimmy K. Santa's Village has been here for so long, and tell me, how do you keep this place? First of all, tell me a little bit about yourself, because you really have the passion for this, and this place looks so beautiful. I mean, this is Santa's Village. In a few more hours, everyone is going to be coming in here. The parking lot's going to be filled, and you are up here. It's early in the morning, by the way. I don't want to tell anybody what time it is, but it's early. The sun hasn't even risen, and you're out here already watering, and just look at everything. Looks so amazing. Yep. So I know I asked already. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Stockton Hicks. I'm the horticulturist here at Santa's Village. This is my 4th year here, and you know, I kind of got my passion started in high school, and you know, just got started with horticulture there. I continued it on, got going in the Stockbridge School at UMass.
Wow.
From there, I actually got started down at Cavicchio Greenhouses in Sudbury.
I do know them, yeah.
So there was a wholesale grower there for a couple of years, and then I'm actually from this area, so I got drawn back to the mountains and continued my passion here.
So I'm going to ask you, because when we first pulled up and we came down the hill, the first thing I saw was, hey, here you are at the crack of the morning. You're out there with a pumper, I'm going to call, yeah, watering the plants, and it's been really hot up here.
Yeah.
So these plants aren't doing it on their own. It's
right.
You getting up in the morning and giving them a drink and giving them the food and all that stuff. And they look amazing.
Yeah.
And is this like a routine, or is it really dry out here now?
So we usually get our day started around 6 o'clock. We're out here every day. I got me and a couple other helpers, a lot of the grounds crew. We're all out here, you know, we're mowing, we're getting everything done before people get here. That's really the biggest thing, is to kind of be hidden in what we do. People show up and it looks perfect, but yeah, it's not just done on its own. We're here every day, we're doing it.
I mean, I'll tell you, I mean, these petunias here and all across the board, you know, you got million bells in here. These look really good, and they're wet, but it's been dry up here. And yeah, if you just look at the way that you come into this, and there's the talking reindeer over there. I mean, it's awake. It's finally awake. You know, you look at these hangers, I mean, are amazing. They're so bubbly.
Yeah.
And this here, you water at least once a day or twice a day?
So really what it takes is a good eye, checking them, feeling the weight of them, checking out, looking at the foliage, seeing if they're wilting at all. I mean, the main thing that people don't take into account is like the rain, what's above it. So like right here, this one, it might rain all day long, but it's not getting any rain.
That's true.
It's underneath the gable end there. And constant fertilizer too. That's really what sets us apart. Is you know, I have the knowledge and the fertilizer application, so they're always getting a little bit of food. That's what keeps them flowering. That's what keeps them.
That's
growing.
Amazing. And this is where you want to really make it look showcase, because they're just coming in, and this is the area where they're going to come in and buy their tickets.
Absolutely.
And this is what you want. Now you got coleus here,
yeah, which
likes a little bit of the shade because of this. The sun's probably going to come up from the hill.
This whole building kind of shades everything a little bit, but it's kind of a mixture of sun and shade there.
All of these, and you got the non-stops.
Begonia, yeah.
Oh, okay, begonia. Okay, that's right. And you know, it just looks really nice. I mean, you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Now you're going to show us some more, like really behind the scenes.
Absolutely,
what really takes.
Yeah, we can go and check out the greenhouse where kind of everything gets planted and started, and kind of the foundation of all this stuff.
Let's do it. So this is unbelievable. So I did not know that you have a greenhouse and you actually start the plants, you said early April.
Yeah.
And you strategically have certain plants that you grow for certain areas of the park. Now, can you tell me a little bit about this? I mean, obviously there's not much growing now because they're in the park, because the park's open. But this is where you start everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically it is August now. The park is in full swing. Actually right now is when I'm starting to order everything for next spring. Kind of go through all the gardens, go through the park, see what did well, see what looks good, kind of base my next year's plan off of this year. And now's the time that I'm doing that. Like you said, got all my stuff in kind of April, get it growing when it's cold out. We actually bring all the planters in here, get everything growing early. State-of-the-art greenhouse here. It's only 3 years old. You can see we got drip irrigation here, so when all the hangers are in here, all you do is just flip of a line over there, and they're all getting watered on their own. You don't have to go down plant to plant and do them that way. If you look up here, you can see that the roof is wide open to the sky. That's really nice when it's hot out.
Oh yeah.
All the hot air just goes right up and out.
So when you have plants and you grow, you're looking for what worked and what didn't work during that season and how it didn't handle the drought, like we're having a drought this year.
Yep.
And then you incorporate it for that following year. And then maybe where you planted some plants like this year or last year and it just had a lot of foot traffic, you'll change it to a different plant that will be able to be good for that area?
Yeah, I mean, as with plants themselves, my plans are always changing and growing. Kind of like you said, what did well in different areas, what didn't, kind of color to match different buildings. I'm always looking to try to, kind of complement different buildings in different areas to kind of what people are going to see and what really stands out.
Now, Stockton, I noticed by talking to you, it seems like, I know people come into Sanders Village and they have fun here and they're entertained and all that. It seems like you're really having fun here, getting paid to work at Sanders Village and do this. It seems to be your love and joy and passion.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And, definitely, obviously I want everything out in the park to look good for the people, but in the main sense, it's got to look good for me. If I go through the park and everything looks good, well then it must look perfect to everybody else that's walking through.
That's awesome. Now you have some more things you're going to show us up your sleeve.
Yeah.
And can we get to go to that just before the park opens?
Absolutely, we'll go take a peek.
Let's do it. So Stockton, this is probably the best part of the park on a hot day. And look, it's early in the morning and they're already cutting the grass. I mean, everybody is up here. They were already watered. We held off for a little bit. They were watering all these plants with the pumper truck. And it just looks amazing. I mean, this is unbelievable. We are at Sanders Village early in the morning. And look at this. I mean, you just can't, this is where all the poolside is. Everyone's having fun and it's probably jamming here, right? They're walking by these plants. And look at these. I mean, tell me, how do you factor these in and how they look? I mean, look at these planters.
So I mean, this was an area really important to me this year. A lot of this stuff is brand new. Behind us here, we'll see in a minute, we got some brand new cabanas that were just put up. So this was really a focal point for me. And I just kind of wanted to do a big mass planting. These planters here, as you look down, that's important with making a statement, is everything's planted the same.
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. This gives you a beautiful effect right off this large pool, and it's bringing in almost like a tropical atmosphere, a very comfortable atmosphere.
Yeah.
And this is probably what you're trying to say in a statement as you walk up this area, the flow. There's a lot of good energy right here. I mean, this is hopping.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, what's important to me in a container is you got some height, right? In the middle, you start out, that's your thriller there, right?
Yeah.
So that provides the height for the container. Then you got all these other plants here. Those are kind of your fillers, which kind of fill in the container. And then here you got your Calvacoa and some Helichrysum for your trailers. And that's important to have all those components in every planter. The colors, if you look at the background, I kind of tried to match the components of the water park with the colors here. And
now, these are cabanas in the background right here, and you were saying these are new that you just brought in?
All those ones have been here that last year, but then these are all new here this year. Those have been a big hit.
And if you look at this garden right here, is this one of the new gardens right here?
Yeah.
This is one of the new gardens, and you've got a beautiful, hydrangea. I mean, this is amazing. This lures you right from this park over here, the water park, over to here, and this is all new. And you brought in, is this 9-bark, correct?
Yeah.
And this got different shapes but different colors. And then you got the traditional clump birch, which over here looks good. I mean, this is really flow. And then this must be popping in the winter time.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a Fraser fir, correct?
Fraser fir, yeah.
And this is what it's all about, Christmas tree. You got a Christmas tree that brings you into this garden up to where the poolside areas. This is quite a nice thing. And then over here, look at this. Now tell me about this garden, why you brought this. This is where they do all the pizza and eating and everything, right?
Yeah, this is one of our food stands here. Like I said before, you know, the gardens and the grounds, they're a main focal point here, definitely.
And the way you have the Mugo pines in here, it brings a nice flow, but it's an evergreen.
Yeah.
This is good. This is well thought of. I mean, this is something that brings you into that area, and that's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't think about. We're always planting here. You know, plants in the landscape. They don't live forever. You know, the things are always growing and things are always changing. Like we just looked at that one garden there. You know, this whole area was completely different last fall. So you know, just a few months ago, we had to come in here and dig up all this stuff, come up with a design for it, and plant it out to kind of match the flow of the park.
Now, is that where those two large bushes I saw on the way out coming out of the greenhouse came from, this area here?
Yeah. So usually, you know, if we're excavating an area and there's some plants or trees in there that look good, we'll try to save them, pluck them out, and use them somewhere else.
They look really, really nice. Now, can we take a look at over here in the cabanas, how so natural and how so nice they look over here?
Yeah.
So these are good. So this is probably the key factor of the whole day, and this is the early rise part of the day, is watering, and it's very, very important. So now you go around, you've got, is that just all water in that truck tank? Or?
So kind of as you see as you come in out front, everything looks bright, everything's flowering. That's because we got a good fertilizer routine going.
Okay.
The main component that a lot of homeowners are missing is fertilizer.
That's true.
You know, just like you and I, we both need food. You can drink water all day, but if you're not eating anything, you're gonna be tired, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Fertilizer is basically food for the plant, and it keeps them growing, it keeps them blooming, it keeps them looking good.
And at the same note, you're also like this. You also do a lot of deadheading around the place.
Yeah.
So like this here, before anybody comes in, you'll do some deadheading on these flowers to make sure that the crisp ones are all ready to go. And you go around, it looks like yesterday's or the day before.
Yeah, we got helpers through the day that kind of come through and do deadheading. You know, that's important too. The guest's eye. What do they first see? Well, they want to see all the nice fresh flowers, not those spent ones.
This is beautiful. All right. Ooh, Stockton, I thought it was open. It was too early. No one's shown up from work. This used to be my favorite ride, still is, the antique cars. I could never keep it on track. But you know what I did notice is that this used to be grass over here, and you changed this garden just this year?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of always a sloping away grass bank here. It never really
like this, yeah.
Never really impressed me much. So we decided one fall, well, hey, why not? Let's put some color in here.
So the way that you have these placed, and if you're ever on these rides and waiting, look at the gardens. I mean, look at how they're popping. You got Portentilla here. You got a whole bunch of hydrangeas right here, which are the limelights. And they're just, I mean, they're amazing. And it's really, really hot up here. And you can see how they just watered this right here. And Stockton, I can't resist. You know what Santa's Village is famous for? The old pumpin' elf. You get a prize at the end. I'm on letter number Z right now, I think. Is this? No, he's X. He's X. I'm close. All right, but no fun intended. These gardens look really great. Over on the other side of the antique cars, you have a sand cherry. Stockton, here's another big prize garden right here. So the way that you have hostas, you got this beautiful Fraser fir. Do you prune these? I mean, look at this. This is perfect.
So we're coming right up on pruning time here for Christmas trees. Like you said, there's really never a dull moment here. You know, we're always getting into something, and with, you know, people in here all the time, it's really tough to get things done. So there's those early mornings that we count on.
Because when you walk around, I mean, this is Santa's Village. Look at the way strategically placed. You walk up this walk to the park, up to the water park, and you got another Fraser fir right in the middle, and people can run around and all here. I mean, look at this. This is really, really pretty tree, and this is what Santa's Village is all about. I mean, you've got a lot of different trees here, but it just all flows. Now in the background, you got a nice oak with two other Fraser firs, and look at, as you're in here ordering, you got large hostas in the background with a U. I mean, and that's a dogwood in the back. I mean, you just really have some good energy flowing. And then look at this garden over here. Now, how did you put this together? You were trying to make different colors, reds and yellows and other reds. It's just the way it flows as you come down here. And you did this, but it seems like it's very low maintenance.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the goal. You know, we don't have a ton of help, like you said. Times are tough, so we try to do you know, what makes an impact, what looks good, and what doesn't take all our time to maintain. You know, we're always planting new things here. We had a big storm this winter that took down a bunch of old growth trees we had, but you know, we didn't take it as a loss. We took it as an opportunity to kind of replant some areas and make improvements on the park.
Wow.
And all the kind of the Christmas trees that you see here and there, obviously we're open in the wintertime. So we put lights on all these trees and the places.
I love lights, so it must look amazing.
Yeah, and I'd say if you've never been during the winter season, that's the time to come.
Really?
It really gives you the Christmas spirit.
Wow. At Santa's Village, of course. Yeah. Without Santa's Village, there is no spirit.
Absolutely.
Hey, I kind of snuck away. Stockton's going out there, but these have always been my favorite little buddies. You got to come over to Santa's Village and see these guys. They're great. They don't talk, but they're fun. Hey, it's a hot day. We're going to go out and we're going to actually change into our trunks. It's the hottest day, I think, of the year up here at Santa's Village. And no cheating. I'm going to go around down here at Santa's Village and just go for it. So Stockton, this is like a beautiful country. I mean, I look up and I got the mountain views you can see over here. Look at this sign. It can't say anything more than that. We're at Santa's Village here. I mean, we're at Santa's Village. And just the way that you bring in the people on these pots, look at this. The flow and the energy, there's got to be love behind this.
Yeah, I mean, this is people come here, this is the first thing they see. At least it's the first thing I see. You can't help but notice it as you're coming down the hill and into the park. And we want people to come and see something pretty before they even get into the park.
It's both directions. That's a large hill coming down the mountain. This is a large hill coming down the mountain. And the way that you have all the trees strategically placed, it's Christmas, there's got to be trees. This is great. I mean, look at this. You got this energy in this pot on both sides, all the way around. And then, I don't know if you can see over here, but look at the trees down here. Going down the road, there's trees that go all the way down towards the highway. This is amazing. Well, Stockton, I'm going to tell you, this is a privilege for me to come up here and to meet you. There's a lot of work, and I know you have a lot of work to do. And you've got, what, about another hour before the park, and this is going to be packed in here. Can you tell people how to reach out to you? Next time you come up here, you got to ask for Stockton. He's the one, and his whole crew makes this place shine. We've only seen just a little bit of the park and what they do. He's got to get to work. He's got about an hour before this park is hopping. I mean, people are right now probably having their breakfast early in the morning. He's been up since thing. I showed up, and now he's like, okay. So tell them how they can meet you, and tell them all about Santa's Village and the fun that they can have today and other days in the future.
Yeah, I'd say next time you're here, you know, look behind you. You know, take a look at the flowers that are behind you as you're sitting down or on your park bench, and you know, think of all of us and all the hard work that we put into it to kind of make just the day a little bit more special.
Wow. Well, thank you so much again. Is there a slight chance there's no one around, the park's not open yet, I could go over and get a little thing down the flume and grab myself a slice of pizza?
You know what? If you're feeling it.
None of the bosses around?
I think the gate's open over there.
Okay, I'm in. Thank you so much. I'm getting to Santa's Village. So I am over at Wilson Farms, and I'll tell you, they have the most best poinsettias. They're not turning red yet. They're about to. You got a couple more months, but I'm going to tell you, the leaves on them and the texture on these poinsettias. Now, they start as a little seedling, and what they do is they grow them in the pot, and they usually come in like just like this. And this has been growing since August, and here we are late October into November. And I'll tell you, look at the leaves on them, and then they'll turn the color. Now over here they have white ones, they have the reddish ones, and they also have one that's called Jingle Bells, which is a real nice red, white, and then like a kind of like a maroon color, and they're really, really nice. Now if you see, each one of these plants gets their water by a tube, and then the tube runs all the way down here. So these are all poinsettias right here growing in the greenhouse on both sides, and there's literally like hundreds and thousands of them ready to go to churches, to events, to you name it, and also retail. And this is how the stage goes as far as poinsettias. And I'll tell you, they come in hangers, they come in the little small little pots. You've got the Belgium ones that have the hangers that actually come out on the sides, and then they weep over to a point. They look really, really nice. So if you're looking for a showcase and you're looking for a plant in Thanksgiving and Christmas, the poinsettia is unbelievable. It has a little texture of red going down the stem, and some of them have a little texture of white. And these are really good looking, good, healthy plants. These are beautiful. The poinsettia for the holidays. Boom. So we're coming up to an unbelievable holiday, and I'll tell you, it's been a great journey with Christine, filming, doing all this during the summertime, the fall, even the spring, and it was fun. And she was a true trooper as far as, using the camera. What was the best part of this whole ordeal, doing this whole production of Around the Garden with Jimmy K?
Being with my husband.
Wow, that's kind of cool. No, we really had fun. I speak loudly, and of course Christine's quiet, but she always tells me to slow down, right? So on that note, I really, with my wife, I think we'll both agree, everybody be safe out there. I hope you enjoyed. We will see you in the spring again. Have a happy holiday, and be safe. Enjoy what you have as far as a family. Get together, enjoy, and have fun. Happy holidays to everybody from Jimmy K.
Christine.
Any parting words, Christine?
Merry Christmas.
Thank you all again, and together, get the garden going. Have fun, and happy holidays to all of yous. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Come on, let's dance off the stage. Come on, let's dance off the stage.